It's funny.
There are no attendees yet. So we are still not a legal meeting yet. So we'll wait a couple of minutes and see where we are.
So I know Christine said she's going to be a little late. I know Angelo, who I finally got a hold of, his email had changed. So he will be an attendee. I'm not sure about Elizabeth, if she has the link or if she will be an attendee as well. And Sharon is supposed
Okay,
to.
now just a minute, we have 3 attendees. So Angela, let's see more. Just a minute.
There's Angelo.
There we go for there.
There's Elizabeth.
So far, so good, Carrie.
And there's Sharon.
I think we're gonna do it.
So Christine is, like I said, she said she was going to be a little late. And I think that's it, because Mike has the 2 concerts tonight, as you know, Simon, so he won't be joining us.
So why is it not promoting? I'm saying promoting. Okay, everybody should be promoted at this. Well, we got 1 attendee.
Angelo. Okay,
We got-
is everybody
okay.
here? Can everybody
Yep,
hear me?
Okay. So you need a motion to open the meeting.
Okay, can I make the motion myself?
Absolutely. You
Well,
can't.
then I'm
you
going to
make
make
it.
the motion to open the meeting. Can I have a second?
Second.
Sharon, great. So, hi, everybody. I haven't seen some of you in months. So a couple things I just wanted to state right off the bat. I was recently informed that this committee, the resolution when it was created, was to be for a period of 1 year. So technically, after November of 2020, we no longer need to meet. Now, if the committee does want to continue to meet and discuss things, I don't know that we can't. But I will say for me personally, this will be my last meeting. And if you all do want to continue to meet, you would have to elect a new chair. But I honestly feel that our job was, if I read the resolution, and I'll just, none of you've probably seen this. I just saw this for the first time recently. The job was for us to develop and recommend strategies to be employed by the village to address the issue of the coyotes from a public policy perspective, and provide advice and recommendations to residents on efforts they can undertake to better understand coyote behavior and respond appropriately. And I feel that we have done that in more than one capacity. We created the flyer, we went to the committee fairs, we had education in the schools, we've done videos. Like, I really feel like we've done what we were commissioned to do. And I don't really feel that the lack of coyote activity or the lack of residential concern really justifies us continuing to meet. But again, you know, and I guess Dan can chime in here, if the committee feels like there is still a need, you know, I guess that's something that can be decided upon. But for me personally, this will be my last meeting, just because, again, I feel like we've done everything we were asked to do. I have other things that are just more pressing, and just for me, something's just got to give. And so I feel like this is the thing that I'm going to give up, even though I really enjoy you guys all. And it's, you know, I will actually miss the Zoom. I'm going to miss the Zooms, but so that's where I stand as far as what's going on. feedback? Anyone?
I agree. I think we've accomplished what we set out to do. I think there's absolutely no reason to meet every month. I wonder if in some future that sightings do, increase and there's a concern and it kind of becomes a major issue, if we should reconvene, if that's something we can set up, or if that would be maybe that would be a new committee based on what you described as the 1-year term. So
Yeah, I mean, we've clearly been meeting for more than that, although we haven't met since May. That was still, we had meetings past that November 2020, which was fine. I think there was still a need for us at that point. And, if I think it's perfectly fine to just kind of stick a pin in us. And if we're needed, we can be called upon. But there's nothing else going on. You really don't see the panic and the fear that people had when this committee was formed. There's less activity, there's more knowledge out there now. So I don't know what else we could possibly do at this point.
totally agree.
From a board's perspective, the committee, it would take actually board action to continue the committee on a basis, or just see what happens and then reconstitute it at a later date. So from my perspective, it would be interesting to know whether you all would like to have it be able to be reconstituted, like beat every 6 months, or just leave it eliminate the committee, and if it's needed at a later date, let the board reconvene it at that time and appoint people at that time.
I think that makes the most sense.
If I can say, I vote for, I think it's doable once every 6 months. I don't think that's a problem at all, because I do see possibly more wildlife, different species, bobcats, maybe, coming up, or even a bear was spotted at one point, I think maybe 10 months ago in another town nearby. So maybe once every 6 months, or even once a year. And if not that, then perhaps just on an emergency basis.
Yeah, I attended the 2 fairs that we were asked to attend, and I did get feedback about different animals coming in. Everybody said, well, there's no real coyotes, but I saw a wolf, I saw a fox, I saw this, whatever. And, and other things come up. So, clearly once a month is overkill. But having something in place that would be able to respond or have those conversations or open forums would be, a reasonable request, I think. If it has to go to the board, then, you'd have to wait for the board. Give me 1 second. I have somebody at the door.
I think to do that would probably require a change in the committee, because if we're, right now we're just touted as, the Coyote committee. So if we were looking to change and expand and morph into something else, I don't know, Dan, would that have to go to the board?
Well, we have to go to the board in either way, because technically it was for 1 year.
Right.
So, which escaped me completely.
Me too. I didn't know. I don't think none of us knew. And Sally just sent me the resolution. She also informed me, I don't know if you were on that email, Dan, but she said that because we are a temporary ad hoc committee, she did say we do not have to abide by the open meetings laws, which means we don't necessarily need that quorum that we have been saying we've needed all this time. That came from Sally. So,
I'm not,
and
that may be entirely correct. I'm not in a position to confirm or deny it.
I know there's been confusion on that.
There's been a lot of confusion and discussion about that.
Right.
There may, you may be aware of things that I am not, but that's fine. But in either event, I think it would require action by the board.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to do is get the sense of, do we want to continue it on a, long-term, on a interim basis, if you will, on call, or every 6 months, change the name, or wait till there's a real need.
Right.
it's, but I'd like to hear I'd like to hear from 3 other people who are on that hasn't said anything.
And you also all should keep in mind that the meetings will no longer be on Zoom. Meetings will now be held in person.
As of Thursday of next week, all meetings go.
Back to in person. So we can't all, sit on our couches and chairs and be in our comfy homes and log on to a Zoom anymore. So it will require more effort to actually get out the door and get to a meeting, depending on how many times the committee chooses to meet, or just like we were saying, maybe just on an as needed basis, be, called to action or whatever the case may be. So
I'm all for, if they need us to give us a call and we can reconvene. But I think that we all did everything that we needed to do. When we had an issue, we all, did the best we could to inform the community and help out and do as much as we can. And at this point, I don't see a need. I agree with what, you guys said. I think that there's no need as of right now. And if they need us, then they can call us back. If we start to see things in the area, then we can always just start emailing Jerry or somebody in the town, and then we can reconvene if needed.
Simon, how do you feel?
Yeah, same. Really, we've done what we set out to do. I think we feel like we should just stop the committee. We could do a 6-month or but yeah, I don't think we definitely need to meet once a month. And I think it would be great if we could be on call in some capacity, if we could start back up if some new need arises. But right now that's not happening. It's not been the case recently. So
I think that approach. I don't know, Carrie, whether you would like a resolution from the board at this point to say that you've completed your task, and at the moment there's no need to continue the committee, but in the future, if it could be reconstituted, whether for coyotes or other wildlife that might require the community input.
well, yeah, I mean, you're saying it has to go to the board no matter what, because technically, our time is up as far as the 1 year, and we've gone over that, which obviously nobody was upset about. So, and I don't even know if they even realized that it was I don't know, who knows, it was only supposed to be for 1 year. Like, I really don't. So I don't know even if the board remembers it was only supposed to be for 1 year, but I think that kind of, if there's a need for us, approach is kind of the right approach right now, and if something becomes an issue, then we can, the committee can reconvene and address whatever comes up. I don't know.
Okay, well, that I think the committee has done a marvelous job. It has been exceedingly interesting to watch it develop and be part of it. The public relations and education aspect has been, extraordinary, based upon, all working on it and giving of your time, and I think that that's great. You might, there is any.
What do we have to do at this point?
I would suggest, if there's no other business for you to discuss tonight.
I do have one other thing, just as like an official thing before, anything else gets wrapped up. We had talked about unofficially, when we were waiting for meeting to start, that never ended up happening. And just through email, I had asked about how everyone felt about just swapping out that Newcastle coexistence and management coyote plan with just the generic Humane Society one, because the Newcastle one would require a lot of tweaking and adjusting to fit our specific community. And I know way back when this committee first started meeting, we discussed doing that. I had worked on it a little bit. I don't know if anybody else had kind of looked at it and started making some corrections, but I truly don't feel that the time and effort it will take to actually kind of make it our own is worth doing, simply because I don't really believe people are going to go online and read it. So, we've got the flyer and, other educational videos on the village website. So I think just having the generic Humane Society template on there, which gives a lot of information, it's just not specific to Mamaroneck, but I think it does the job. I would like to have it replaced. So how
So,
does everybody feel
Suggestion
about
is you
that?
make a motion to that effect, and get a second, vote on it, and
I
have,
vote for that. That's good.
Yeah, I also agree.
Mhm.
So I'll make the motion to replace the new North Castle Coyote management plan, which is currently on the village website, to be replaced with the Humane Society one. And all in favor?
but you actually needed a second.
I second.
I got 5 seconds. Everybody raise their hands.
Okay, okay, so I would suggest
I will let Robert know, and he'll replace that.
and I would suggest another motion saying that you've completed your task, and at this point, there's no immediate need for the committee to continue.
Okay,
And I can bring that to the board and explain where we are on it.
so I will make a motion to state that as per the resolution that created the Coyote Committee, it was for a period of 1 year. That we believe we have done everything we were commissioned to do, and we don't feel there is a need for us at this time. Can I have a second?
I second.
Second.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so be it.
Super. Again, I thank you all for your, very, very hard work over a very difficult approach, in helping the village get through it in a very meaningful way. I know I've heard a lot of great feedback from parents and kids about the education in the schools, took the work and, used it very well. So I think that's, really major kudos to all of you.
Thank you. I've enjoyed my time with all of you, and I hope I did okay.
You did more than
As I
okay.
fumbled my way
job.
through. I'm really gonna miss everyone, but
You did
seriously,
great.
we know the coyotes are still there, people mention them next door, wherever, I've been in talking and I hear someone, oh, I just saw a coyote that was around the West Basin. People aren't really even reporting them to the village anymore because I think it's died down so much. So I want to thank everybody for all of their effort and all the hard work. And Sharon, I know you did more committee fare than I did, and I appreciate that. And just everyone, Simon, starting the flyer, and everybody's input and just passion for doing this. So thank you.
And thank you. Thank you for leading us.
Right. And thank you.
Thank you, Carrie. It's been fun.
It has.
It's been a good time.
And we'll see you all around. See you at school somewhere, walking down the street. So I guess I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Thanks, Dan.
It's a pleasure. I get a second and everybody have to say yes.
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 I heard him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And Dan, thank you. Thank you for being there
Carrie,
with us.
can you take care of getting a quick minutes together and send it to Sally?
Sure, but we don't have to do that as an ad hoc committee. But I'll do it since it's,
No, the minutes are required, whether you're ad hoc or not.
we haven't been doing them. They said they weren't. Both Sally and Robert said they weren't required.
Wow. Okay.
But I can write something up since it's kind of like our closing. I'll type something up real quick just so that we all know where we're leaving things.
Yeah, I think it would be helpful for closure and.
Sure.
Okay, super. I've enjoyed it. It's been great. You all are terrific. And have a good spring.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for your help, Jen.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Ciao, ciao.